Doing? What's up? Hey, how you doing, Reed? Good to see you.
All right, how you guys
Oh,
doing?
let me turn down my phone here.
What's up? Hey, how you doing? Reed, good to see you.
Oh man, I got all kinds of stuff
All
on.
right, how you guys
Oh,
doing?
let me turn down my phone here.
What's up? Hey, Reed, good to see you.
There we go. Woo! Ain't too much stuff going on. Hey, let's see what's going on in here now that I got everything quieted down. Get that chat back up there where I can see you guys. Let's see who's in here. Hey, I got Brian Dawson, Brian Murphy, Uncle Al. I got Kyle Anderson and looks like Reed from Manifestation of Imagination. Good to see all you guys. How are you? How you doing, Reed? You jetted out that live stream the other night pretty good. Hey, Pepper Smith. Are you home now, old man? Peanuts Preppers, welcome. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? How you doing? Are you home yet, old man? They get you fixed up? You guys can hear me okay? I'm trying out this new microphone here. Hey, look who shot in here. Good to see you, my friend. Fairy Frequency. If you guys are not subscribed to her, make sure you do that, okay? I guess old man not gonna answer me. Maybe tomorrow. Oh, you're still in the hospital? Yeah, I'm crossing my fingers for you, okay? Yeah, they tried to put me in there when I had my legs swelling up, but I wouldn't let them do it. You guys do some prayers for the old man. By the way, you guys make sure you're really doing the prayers for Rob Painless. You know him. He's the guy that comes up here on our panels with me. He had lost two of his daughters a couple of days ago. It's all over YouTube, so I'm not going to say too much. Josie Wales, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. By the way, hey, did you get that email, Reed, where I was asking you about whether you're going to be at Monday's live stream or not? Well, Monday's live stream, you guys, is going to be about uh, how to grow your own food. A lot of people don't even have a clue. You know, they think they just have to throw the seeds out there and that's good enough. But there's really a lot more to it than that. Fairy Frequency, how are you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. I have to find some time one of these days to get back over there and see you. I have been running myself ragged. Yeah, well, see, I'm just kind of brain dead right now. Got a lot of stuff going on. We are about 150 away from having that drawing, you guys. So make sure that you are doing what you need to do to get in that drawing. You can, there's different ways that you can get up to 4 entries. I got my notebook right here. I'll just tell you guys real fast. And that way you guys can start planning for it because we're like 150. It's going to be less than 150 actually. Had a couple of more subscribers just over the course of today, so it's probably going to be under 150. So if you guys haven't started doing what you need to do to get entered into that contest, you had better start thinking about it because I'm going to be giving away. Let me see if I get this box open. I'm going to be giving away this knife right here. This is a knife, and then there's a little pin knife up here for like on your keychain. And it has a couple of different things inside of it, like scissors and a couple of knife blades and stuff. So I'll be giving this away along with the custom knife here, the skinning knife. Remember the skinning knife that Backyard Custom Knives made for us? It's a custom made just for the contest. And then I did finally get around to making the sheath for it to hold it, so it'll be a joint thing. This one here has a buck, a deer head, tooled into the leather. It's hard to see with the camera, but it is on there. Well, I guess you can kind of see it, but it has a buck on tooled into it. So here's the deal. Here's how you can get into the contest, you guys. There's 4 different ways you can get up to 4 entries into the contest. You can do a VR about what you liked about the channel. That'll give you this. First, you have to say you're in, but you have to do it on. Now, listen, this is a key part, you guys, because if you don't do it this way, you're not going to be in. You have to go back to the VR that is pinned on my homepage, and it's the one with the 10 concealed tips on there. It's got the game rules in there, giveaway rules. On that one, you have to tell me that you're in. You have to do a VR about what you like about the channel, okay? That'll give you 2 if you do those 2 things. To do that, to get the third one, you have to challenge 3 other channels that are not already subscribed to my channel. You have to get them to come over there. They need to tell me that you sent them, and then they have to do a VR. So that give you 3 chances. And then the 4th chance is if you go in your VR, if you show my very original logo that I had way back when I first started 3 years ago, if you'll show that original logo I had, you'll get the 4th chance. So there's 4 things that you can do to get people to get entered into 4 chances. You can do 1 of them, you can do 2 of them, 3 of them, whatever, but you have up to 4 chances to get in there. So if you want to do that, go back over there. That's pinned on my homepage. So you get over there and you read the rules for the giveaway are in there. And also they have to be pinned to that video. I'm not going to go chasing around and over through the brush to find them. If they're not in that video, then you're SOL. It's pretty easy stuff. Also, if you're across the pond somewhere else in another part of the world, you can still enter it, but you'll have to pay the shipping to get it to your home. I'm not made of money. I just work off the donations I get through YouTube. So all the money I get in YouTube stays in YouTube so I can have these drawings and stuff. So that's basically where we're at, you guys. I got to have some of my popsicle. They're letting you have popsicles in the hospital, old man? I hope so. Oh, hey, Alana came in while I was running my mouth off. How are you doing, AK Fabe, you guys? If you guys are not subscribed to Alana over at AK Fabe, you need to get over there and check her out. Very nice lady. She's getting everything together. They won't let you have popsicles? Let me tell you, if I still lived close enough, you'd be having popsicles in the hospital. I'd be sneaking them into you. When my father-in-law was in the hospital, I would sneak him in espressos because that was his big thing. He liked to have those foo-foo drinks from the coffee stand. Trying to catch up here a little bit. Oh, you made a VR? Oh, you've not made a VR yet. You got my email, right? You're discouraged by YouTube. Yeah, I am too. I still kind of down about Rob and his family, but I have to go on with my channel. So if you guys really don't know anything about Rob Painless, his daughters were in a traffic accident on Wednesday night, and two of them were killed, and one of them is still in the hospital. She is doing better, but the other two did not make it. They passed away on the scene. So if you guys really don't know about Rob Painless, you need to say some prayers for him and his family. They're going through some really rough times right now, and yeah, he needs all the help he can. He has a GoFundMe page, and if you have $1 or 50 cents or whatever, please help him out. It's tough having to take care of all those things on a short notice like that. Insurance companies don't pay right out and everything, and I usually don't ask for too much. I don't ask for anything for myself, but this is for a good friend of mine, and if you got $1 to spare, please help him out. The GoFundMe page I'll put the GoFundMe page in the link of this video when it's all done. That way you guys won't have to go looking for it. Keep the family in your prayers for sure. You answered it. Yeah, I've been kind of goofy. I'll look for it, Alana. Raven, Tactical Prepper, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you come in. Chipper, hey, there he is. Chipper's got the link up there, you guys. Anything that you guys can give would be much appreciated. I know that they're probably beside themselves and just really can't put things together. Yeah, it is terrible. I really can't believe it. Rob is like a brother to me, so I really don't know what to say. He really needs some prayers, and anything you could help him with would be much appreciated. Oh, hot, humid, and ready to party. There you go. It's Friday night, right? Make sure you're careful out there if you're driving. Be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Kind of leaves you wide open there. Yeah, I guess she's doing better, Alana. I guess they're keeping her medicated and whatnot. I'm not positive that she knows about her sisters yet. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die here. Hold on. I gotta plug in my chat box here. See if that works. Oh yeah, that worked. Yeah, yeah. That was pretty fun watching her try to drive that car. Yeah. Yes. Brings back memories. Even the one that was feeding the chipmunk the other day. I was thinking about that when I was over there at his GoFundMe page, putting some money on his account. Hey, welcome back, Uncle Al. Glad to see you make it back. Low sugar. Have a popsicle with me. Yeah, if you guys get a chance, go over, watch their channel. I'm going to be doing a video later today in tribute to him and his family. I have been not wanting to do it, but I just haven't really felt like it. but I will be doing one later today. Good man, Reed. You're a good man. Appreciate that. Those expenses pile up. No parent should have to outlive their children. That's how I feel about it anyway. I just don't know what I would do if it was my son that had done something like that. Uh, here's what really bothers me the most is the person that hit him head on going in the wrong direction. They had children in their car as well. So I don't makes me wonder what the heck was going on. If that person was intoxicated or under the influence of something else, why were they? Why would they have their kids in the car with them? Oh, hey, look who came in. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing? Better late than never, huh? We were just sitting here talking about Rob and the girls. Hey, Brandon, good to see you, my friend. How are you? Yeah, that could be very well, Uncle. Substitute ice cream? I don't know. I substitute popsicles. Trying to eat them before they melt. Let's go ahead and do the weather check. We got enough in here. Let me see. I got too many devices going here. Let me see what's going on. I got 16 in and 2 likes. Make sure you're thumping on that like button, you guys. That like button is how I get rated in the routine of the homepage thingy bobber. Oh, Otter Pops. Yeah, I had those last week. Those will really cool you off, too. Those are cool. Yep. Yeah, I went through a box of them in about 5 days. Went and got one of those big 80 count boxes, and they were gone in like a week. It's pretty warm here. Just finished your dinner. What'd they give you in the hospital? They giving you any good food there, bud? I sure hope you get home tomorrow. $14 likes. I must not. I must need to refresh. Yep, there we go. 17 watching, 15 likes. Good job, you guys. Acer Rubrum, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Wandering in. There you go. You got it right there, Acer. Spread the word. Get it out there. Let's let these people know they've got people that really care about them. Rob's been around YouTube for about 6 years, you guys, and he's only got like I can't remember uh, about 400 or 600 videos out maybe, and he's only got a few views. He doesn't really care about that stuff. What he cares about is chronicling his life with his family. And now this part of his life where some of his family's been ripped right out of his clutches. That's pretty unreal for me. No parent should outlive their children. What do y'all want to talk about today? What do you guys think about Trump? Trump saying that he's going to change the gun laws. I know some of you don't live in this country, but I'm thinking that he'll probably change his mind again. He can't really do that and keep his base happy. Old man's in the hospital, Cheryl. Yep, I don't think he'll go with it, old man. I think he's just saying whatever he needs to say for now, but I'm pretty sure that down the road when the Senate and everybody gets back off vacation, he'll probably have changed his mind again. Hey, Lifestyles, how you doing? Good to see you. I hear a lot of people saying that, Raven. That's right, Reed. I'm pretty sure that he only said what he had to do to get in because he doesn't do anything that doesn't put money in his own pocket. So that's how those one percenters are. If there's no bottom line for them, then they really don't have a need for it. Yep, that's pretty much right there. Let me get that out of the way. You got that right for sure, David. That's not really going to change anything. That's just all that's doing is keeping the left kind of pacified. And then what it'll do is it'll keep the left pacified, and then the right will be all pissed off. So that's why I said I just don't see. I don't see him being able to keep his word on changing the gun rules, because if he does, then what's going to happen is he's going to lose his base, and I don't really think he can afford to lose his base right now going into a political arena this part of the year. Next year is the election, so I don't see him being able to stay up to those standards. He'll back down like he did after the last mass shooting. The left went over a cliff. The left always goes over the cliff. That's the name of the game for those guys. I try not to bash either side, because it's actually both sides' fault that nothing gets done. If you actually sit down and think about it, when the left comes around to the right's thinking, and the right pulls another fast one on the left, and then they just separate again. So it's not actually the left or the right. It's actually those guys they want to keep us confused so they can keep doing whatever they're doing. That's my opinion anyway. I don't try to push my opinion off on anybody. I just voice them. See, Lana's the same as me. She's just voicing her opinion. So I'm a gun toter. You guys all know I'm a gun toter. So anytime they want to mess with the guns, I get kind of upset. Kenneth H., welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Let's see what you're saying. Left, right to wings of some kind of bird. Yep. It's actually, they I don't know, the left fights with the right fights with the left, and then we're stuck in the middle. They're not doing anything for us. The gun law thing is just a thing that's in the news right now because of the mass shootings we've had. But as soon as that falls off the news cycle, then they'll find something new and then they'll be off on a new tangent. And that's all they do is they do that so that we don't know what's really going on. And it's pretty sad. My books, the news has really gone down the tubes. They're supposed to be nonpartisan. They're supposed just there to report what's going on, but now we don't have nonpartisan journalists at all. They're so big. The companies are so big, like the Koch brothers own Fox News, and then this other big company owns the other one, and then there's the New York Times, and they're all owned by multi-billionaires, which are all feeding money into some candidate trying to get what they want. So they are all supposed to be nonpartisan, but now that is all by the wayside. Or that's my opinion anyway. Did Anthony? Oh, he did. How you doing? I didn't see you sneak in, Anthony. I was just, running my mouth as usual. How are you today? Good to see you in here. Yeah, that's for me. I flip between all the news stations because I like to hear what they all say. They all say something different, and they're all blaming somebody else, just like the politicians. That's why I don't understand why the politicians don't like them because basically they're all basically in the same boat. Let's see. Looks like somebody said something funny here. Let's find out what was going on here. Yep, still the same ass. Exactly. Hey, finally made it back, Ryan. How are you doing? Where is your truck parked at today, sir? Actually, old man, they use it as we did. They listen to what we say, and then they just do the total opposite. That's just to throw everybody off. You know what, Kenneth H., you're not very far off there. I don't think that's very much of a conspiratorial. I believe that's more pretty much true. So I'm just going to throw that up there on the screen for you guys to look at because that I totally agree with that. It's just a way for them to be able to come and get our guns. So that's why I am putting it up there is because if they do all the red flagging and stuff like they say, then what's going to happen is uh, they'll have a reason to come into your house and say that somebody called them on you, whether they did or not, and then they'll be able to confiscate your weapons. So that's really not going to do much. And I wanted to thank Ryan for that super chat, my friend. I appreciate that. All that money stays here, helps me buy all the bells and whistles, except for this microphone here. This microphone, I better not touch it. It's kind of, if I tap on it, it makes noises and stuff. But this microphone here was actually donated by Ryan. Ryan is the one that bought this microphone, you guys. So make sure showing him some love for sure. You can call Manifestation Reed. That's his name, Ryan. It's or MOI because his name's like mine. It's a really big name, so you can call him MOI or you can call him Reed. Reed's his name. It does sound way better than that last one. Finally got it to work. Instead of listening to everybody else, I did it my way. Hey, any support's better than no support, Alana. You know what? I don't care. I don't ask for money. I don't have to. It does anything that you guys put into the channel stays in here anyway. It buys things like the headphones, the microphones, the mixers, all that stuff. It just stays here so that we can do the wheels and all that stuff, just so that we can always have fun whenever we get together. Oh, you didn't have to do that. You don't have to do that, Alana. I know you're poor. Thank you, my friend. But you don't have to do that. You're poor. Everybody get some emojis for Alana. All right, just put it up there. If I can figure out how to get it off of there now. Let's see. There we go. Whoop. Take it off. There we go. Still playing around with the settings on here. Yeah, I really don't agree with them okaying the red flag law. That's not going to help us at all. What it's gonna do is it's gonna cause a lot more problems because now anybody, even the law, they could just knock on your door and say, "Hey, we want to come in because your neighbor called us." Whether the neighbor called them or not, they will just be able to knock your door and say, "Hey, I'm coming in." Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate that, my friend. You, you guys are humbling me. I don't know what to say. Only thing I can do is throw them up there. Try to get you guys some notice. Thank you again, Ryan. Go underground. I don't know about underground, Uncle, but you know what? It's like I keep harping. I don't know uh, any other way than for the people, actual real people, not the government people or any of the first responders or anything, because they all just do what they're told. But the actual people, the workers of the United States, actually just change everything at the ballot box. Kenneth H., you guys, come on, you're gonna make me blush. You guys really don't need to do that. Now I got to find the right one. There we go. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you very much. Then this one here. Yeah, thank you guys. You guys really don't have to do that. There's a should go put your money. You should go put your money on that GoFundMe for West S. uh, Ryan, he sees your five and raise your five. Reed. Uh, Thanks, Ryan. Oh, look who walked in. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you, my friend. How are you doing today? That was a pretty good premiere you did. I haven't done a premiere yet. I'm not sure how that works. How does that work? You just like do a video and then you talk while it's running or something like that? Is that how that works? Peanuts Prepper, I didn't see you come in. How are you doing? That was a pretty good video for sure, Steve. Yeah, Reed. He did a premiere. It was a pretty good one for a change. Sorry, Steve. Yeah, I see that. I always see it there, but I've even read up on it a little bit. But I don't know if I could make a video and then sit there and actually just talk about it. They say it's supposed to boost your channel. Does it help you any? Does it help you any when you do those? Does it get you more views, like they say? All right, Uncle, you go lay down. You take it easy in that heat. Oh, the girls are talking about something. Are you still in California, Ryan? You still down there with your dad? You know what I like about this microphone, Ryan? Is I can sit way back here and not worry about people hearing me. Yeah, does it seem to help your comments or anything? That's right, you guys. That's something I forget to tell you on Fridays. If you guys are not familiar with each other up and down the line here, make sure you're getting to know one another. I got lots of new folks coming around now. And if you don't know each other, make sure that you are getting to know each other for sure. Also, remember, I'm under less than 150 away from being able to do that 2.5K drawing. So you guys may want to think about doing whatever you're going to do to get in there. There's rules put in the video of how you can get up to four chances to win. So if you're not into the drawing yet, you may want to think about doing it because I thought it would be like hunting season before I got there. But if everything keeps going the way it is, it's going to be long before hunting season. Well, we're going to get you up there to 1,000, Alana. Remember, we're going to work on getting you there. Did you remember we're a team here? We're gonna make sure you get there. Yeah, I think I have subscribed to you, David. I get email notifications. I don't know if you guys have that button pushed on yours in your settings, but whenever somebody subscribes to my channel, I get a notification for it so I can go check them out. I usually go over there, look their channel over. I usually watch a video or two if I'm going to subscribe to them, and then I leave a little comment for you. I always do that for everybody, so that is what I would expect for people to do for me, so I do the same back. We were talking about the big speech that Trump made today, President Trump made today, Steve, about him saying he's going to help change the gun laws. What's your input on that? John's life. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Glad you decided to pop in. Good to see you. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Kenneth. I thought he said that he was a firm supporter of the Second Amendment right and that he wasn't going to do anything to mess with it. Oh, cool, John. I'll have to go over there and look. How about you, Anthony? What are your thoughts on it? I think he just released that did that news conference like just before I came on live. Yeah, I know you're in California. That's why I asked you. I don't agree with the red flag law. There's got to be a better way than that because that's going to open it up to all the crazy people out there that don't like guns at all. And they're going to know that Billy next door has a gun and they don't like that idea of him having that gun. So they're going to get on the telephone. They're going to call the 911 or their local sheriff or whatever. And they're going to say, hey, Billy over there next door has a gun and he's acting all goofy and stuff. And they're going to go over there to Billy's house. They're going to knock on the door and they're going to say, hey, we need to come in and talk to you. Your neighbor called us and they're concerned that you have a gun over here and they don't feel safe. So now what do? They go over there, they take the neighbor's word for it that the guy is not all there. So what do? They take the gun away from the crazy guy, right? And that's my concern with a red flag law. But I do agree something has to be done, but I'm not thinking that's the right thing to do. I think, excuse me, I think an extensive background check would be sufficient. Because if a guy, not quite right upstairs, he's probably already got something in his background that would show up on a real strict background check. So I'm thinking something would show up in his history, and that would be sufficient to keep him from getting a firearm. I'm thinking that the people that have something in their background or in their history uh, that they're afraid of somebody finding out about, I think those are the strongest ones that are against the changing of the gun laws. That's my opinion. Now I'm not saying that for sure or anything. I'm just saying that is my opinion. Oh, Will's in here too. Holy cow! I did. I missed him. Hey, yeah. How you doing, Will? Good to know you, Will. My name's Will. Matt's here too. Holy cow! The whole damn crew's here. Hey, Matt. How you doing? Good to see you. When do you finally get to go to Virginia? You should be getting pretty close, huh? All right. Try not to hurt myself. This is the knife that I'll be giving away. Try to get it up there in the camera. It's a pretty nice knife, you guys. Skinning knife has an oak handle. Perfect for skinning. That is going to be given away when I hit 2.5K, 2,500. Guess what? I'm less than 150 away. I thought I would be closer to hunting season when I got to that point, but it looks like I'm going to be there a little early. Here is Holtzman Guerrilla Survival. He has his own Amazon. He does stuff outside Amazon too. But I do reviews for that guy, and he donated this for the contest as well. And it's a 2-knife set. There's actually, let me get my hand out of the way, right over, get my right finger there, right there where my second finger is. There's a little keychain knife there. Then there's that bigger knife, and it has a tool there right here for the clip. If you want a pocket clip on there, you can add it on yourself, but otherwise it's just a regular old pocket knife. And I'm going to be giving that away along with the custom skinning knife and the custom knife sheath. So that's as soon as I hit 2,500, which is less than 150 away. There's 2 Wills in here, John. I'm Will, and then my brother Will. Figure that one out. I'm catching up here, you guys. Can never have too many Wills, that's right. We were talking about the red flag law, Will. I was telling everybody I don't agree with that red flag law. It would give them too much leeway to be able to get in and take your guns away just on a whim. Yep, it is. It is BS. I am a firm believer in stringent background checks. We do have to change our laws, but not with a red flag law. That would give that would be the first step of the government taking away all of our guns. Are you gone out of here, Matt? Trying to catch up here. All right, Matt. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it, my friend. I'm glad you like your sheath, by the way. You're prone to shooting anyone. Remind me to stay out of your way, Alana. Hey, everybody, don't piss Alana off, okay? Hey, Wayne, how are you doing? I didn't see you. There you are, right there. Good to see you come in, my friend. Always good to have you in the chat. How are you doing today, my friend? You haven't met any white nationalists yet? I think that was made up word, you know. I think that word got made up. First time I ever heard it was it came out of President Trump's mouth. So that was just something for the media to build on. Nonsense. Bye, brother. Love you too. You gave all, oh, that's right. You lost all yours in the ocean. I remember that. Let's see what I'm missing over here. Hayden Lake. Trying to read it. That's the thing, Wayne. You know, most of those guys are just good old boys just out on their ranch, you know, and they're having fun and stuff. You know, and most of them they get to drinking a little bit, and then all of a sudden they go, "Hey, what are we going to call ourselves?" And you know, that's how it is. That good old boy club stuff. And unless you're actually going out and doing stuff that's stupid and calling attention to yourself, you're not doing anybody any problem. You know, you're just a good old boy out having a good old time. So the doctor showed up. Did he say you get to go home tomorrow? Pretty much. I think pretty much the KKK's gone. If they still are around there, I don't see a big problem. There are actually some folks out there that do. They just dwell on being. Uh, what is it? They have an issue with other people, and so when they have issues with other people, then start becoming called a hateful person or something like that. Why can't we all just get along? It's I don't get it. I mean, most of us down here, the working class, we don't really gang up on each other and call each other names. Heck, we got to work next to each other just about every day of the week. We work so close together, you can't really be hateful towards one another. I mean, sure, when I drank, I used to get drunk and beat up on people, but they were beating up on me. So I really didn't have any problems, even as a alcoholic, being labeled anything. All I was called was a drunk. I got used to that, so yeah, I'm pretty sure the clan is pretty much all gone, Steve. They may still have some diehards because you always have the diehards. The diehards are going to always call themselves a Klansman. Well, the only reason, Kenneth, probably the only reason they're growing is because of all the national, national. I'm trying to think. My brain went dumb. Their notoriety. They're being noticed nationally. So yeah, of course you're going to have a few people now wanting to belong to that group, But when everything is said and done and dies down, most of those people will walk away and never go back. Or that's my feeling anyway. Yeah, so where I stand video, I did it 3 or 4 times. Took me 3 or 4 times before I got it where I could post it. And then when I posted it and watched it, I could see where I didn't get everything I wanted in there. So if it's really not what you can do, it's hard. It's definitely hard to put yourself out there. Hey, did you guys know that Alana did a live stream the other day? She did her first live stream. She did real good at it. It was a fun live stream to be in. I can actually say I had a good time being there. I think when she gets the hang of it, she's going to be good at live streaming, you guys. All right, John. Thanks for coming by, my friend. I'm here every Friday. We just kind of have this low key talk about thing. Don't really talk about a lot, but we talk about a lot, but don't really do anything spectacular. We like Black Sheep. Come on back next Friday. Oh, you're gonna do one, Wayne? I thought you did one already. You're gonna do a rewrite? Is that what you're talking about? That was my problem too. Every time I did it, by the time I got almost finished with it, I was angry. I could probably do another one, but those things are terribly emotional. It's hard to put yourself out there, hang everything that you believe in out there without getting emotional. I have to agree with that totally. I went back up. I was looking at Steve's comment. You know what? I can buy into that, Steve. I mean, people just don't want to fight anymore. They're not into that. That's not really what people want. That's what I was saying earlier. When we first got you were, I don't think you were here yet, but I was saying that the news journalist end of everything, they're supposed to be nonpartisan, and they have totally turned around and I would say the last uh, oh 8 or 10 years, approximately, because they're not nonpartisan anymore. The news outlets have actually major news outlets. I'll put it that way, have become so polarized. The owners are wealthier than they ever will need to be, and they're supposed to be totally nonpartisan, but because of the amount of money they have, they actually think that they can spend that money, put it into a candidate, and get something out of it that they want. So that makes them right there nonpartisan. So then they go and they hire only people, just like the president, they hire only people that will do what they want or what they believe. So now you got this one news outlet telling you one thing, this other news outlet telling you something else, and they're doing the same thing our politicians are doing. They're pointing the fingers at each other, and it's all misdirection. It's all totally misdirection. It's just like the politicians. It's totally trying to play a game of mirrors with you. They're going to show you this hand while this hand is actually doing something else. So you're not ever going to get a straight answer from them. You have to actually go out and do the research yourself. And it totally pisses me off. I'm sorry to talk like that, but it totally pisses me off is because they are supposed to be nonpartisan and be gathering up the news to feed to the American people so that the American people can make educated decisions about their everyday life. But now you can't do that because the papers and the news media and all that stuff are paid off by uh, politicians or the head of the news outlets, the papers, and the TV stations and whatnot have so much money that they can be partisan now, and they either lean left or they lean right. It's all just total bullshit. Excuse my French. See, I used to be I used to be blue. I used to be a Democrat, and I was for many years. But I consider myself now. I consider myself to be neither blue nor red. I'm not even purple. I call myself an American. That's what I call myself now because I'm neither blue nor red. I'm just American. I just want what's best for my country. I don't want to be one of those guys that are pointing fingers, trying to blame somebody for something that's not really nothing we can do about. So I'm at the point where the only way we can change things is at the ballot boxes. We have to be able to find other Americans that don't want to be blue or red or whatever, that sit there and all they want to do is point fingers at the other guy, just to get together and be one for America and change everything at the ballot box. That's the only way it will really work. If we start changing things at the ballot box, then that would be like doing a reset on our government because the government, no matter what, they all promise us the same thing. They all promises and promises and promises, and then when it comes down to it, they get bought off by the big man. So I figure the only chance we really have is the ballot box. That's the only thing you really have. I mean, people can't go around killing each other. Well, I'm neither party either, Wayne, and but I still vote. And the reason I vote is because if you don't vote, you don't have a say. So I just vote. I vote for what I vote my conscience. Hey Lou, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, they're not journalists anymore. They're just puppets for the man. I'm going to tell you this. No, I'm going to tell you that. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's that's it. If we don't vote, you're not doing any good by not voting for sure. I mean, I know a lot of people that tell me they don't vote, but they still want to interject their feelings into whatever's going on. And I look at them and tell them, if you don't vote, you really can't interject anything. Because if you're not voting to try to make a change, then why would you want to get involved? You don't vote, you don't have a say. That's what my old man told me. He told me that so much that it got into my thinking, I guess. Sink. What? I don't understand that word. What does that word mean? Cincinnatus. What does that mean? That's a word outside my pay grade. With you on that, Alana. I'm totally with you on that. Hillary was not the right person for sure. I did not vote for Hillary. I didn't vote for Trump either. I did one of those write-in things. I try to figure this out here. A short-term king. I would be so afraid to do that, Wayne, because somebody in the day and age that we're in, you get just tell the guy, well, you're king for a day, king for a week, whatever. That guy's going to let it go to his head and he's going to try to stay there forever. So, who would you pick to be king for a year or two? Oh, they picked Cincinnatus. Okay. Donald Duck. I don't know who we could get. I would not appoint anybody that's been in government because anybody that's been in government is corrupt, and you can't appoint somebody that is in the top 1% because they're bought off. And you can't buy anybody, you can't get anybody from the top 5% because they're all corrupt. You would have to pick somebody that knows absolutely nothing about nothing. Donald Duck. Well, I see that we need to do a reset. And a reset would include replacing the whole government system, the senators, the congressmen, the vice president, the president, all of them. That would be the only reset that you could do. And you would have to have I guess what you said, Wayne, uh, make it so they had to stay in there like 4 years or something like that. And then when they left, they would have to go back home, all of them. It'd be just like what we had talked about before, making sure that there's limits on everybody, the president, the vice president, the Congress, the senators, make sure that nobody could stay there over so many years. And that way you would always have a fresh outlook on how to keep us going forward. I agree. We didn't do that in the last election by far. What we did was we had hopes that he would do it. All he did was clean out the old rubbish and bring in new rubbish. I'm with you. You got my vote for that, Wayne. better watch it. This little forum they might red ball us. Yep, that's for sure, Alana. That's what happened was everybody had faith, and all they did was push out the old rubbish and bring in brand new rubbish that they could work with, not with the old ones they couldn't work with. Oh shoot, I've gone way over here. What time is it? Oh yeah, we're having such a good discussion. I've lost all track of time. But I think a reset is the only answer. I mean, a total badass reset. Push them all out of there. Maybe like Wayne said, push them all out of there. Have no government. Or put one guy in there in charge of it all that had like the farmer or something like that. Just like, what Wayne said. Have someone in there that would run it all to totally bring it back to where it was supposed to be at. Thanks, Kenneth. Appreciate it, my friend. Yes, sir. I totally go for that too, Anthony. I mean, I personally, I think America is tired of what they got, of what they have. And some people are just totally afraid to admit to it. And then the other ones are afraid to admit to it. So it doesn't come out very good, but that's basically where we're at. Is some of them don't uh, are afraid of what happened, and some of them won't admit to what happened. So we have to do something different. The only thing we can do is we have to do it by the majority of we the people, because we the government is so fucked up they can't make heads or tails of anything. And excuse my French, I didn't mean to use that one word, but it's how I feel, and I guess I just kind of let it fly. So that was a good discussion for a day, you guys. I want to thank you guys for everything. It was a great discussion. I'm far from over with it. I'm sure we'll talk about it next week. We could turn Fridays into a political channel. I don't care. It seems like everybody seems to get along in here. So as long as it doesn't get too far out of hand, I'm not going to say too much about it. So I need to get out of here. I have things I have to do this afternoon. But I want to tell you guys how much I totally enjoyed today. It was great. I had a great time in here today. I want to thank everybody that gave me a super chat. You guys really don't need to do that. You guys really humble me when you do that. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I got to go. I'll see you guys out there. I'll see you guys tomorrow night again, but I'll see you out there on the tube in between. Thanks, you guys.